Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine and today we're going to be talking about what I personally am giving up for Lent. What I am giving up, the main thing that I'm giving up for Lent is social media. This is what I gave up last year for Lent and it was the best thing I've ever given up because it's just social media, especially for women, is just so terrible. But whatever you give up for Lent, whether it be alcohol, whether it be sweets, whether it be online shopping, whatever you give up, you need to fill it with something else. So last year, how I filled the void of social media was I started watching a lot of Catholic YouTube and listening to Catholic podcasts and all that good stuff. And that's actually how I got into YouTube and realized, oh, I can be making some of these videos and maybe I can be making some of them better. Again, with social media, even if you are just following Catholic accounts, you can still be just in pain looking at these accounts. So something that I struggle with is I look at these accounts and there are just so many of these beautiful, happy women. I mostly follow women on it and they're just like so on fire for God and they're married and they have all these kids and they're so happy and they're so beautiful and they dress so well and they do their makeup so much better than me. And I got to a point where I had to mute some of these women because it was just depressing for me because I was just like, I am not like any of these qualities of any of these beautiful women, which, okay, maybe you can say is immature. I can't. I am comparing myself too much to these women. So I think a break from social media to just get rid of the noise is huge. Should I turn off that light? Is that kind of annoying? Okay, I think I like this better. Anyway, so if that is something you're afraid of with giving up social media, that, oh my gosh, what if my friend gets pregnant and I won't know about it because I'm off social media? Don't worry. If they are a close friend, they will reach out and make sure that you know that they're engaged or pregnant. That is totally fair. And that will be what happens. If you're like me and you run a young adult group and you need Facebook for the Facebook events, then I think I delete Facebook off my phone, but then I'll open up the website. I will not look at any of my notifications. I will go right to the group homepage, add the events, do whatever announcements I need to do, and then I get off the website. It's possible to do that. What else I am doing for Lent? I am doing a 54-day Rosary Novena. I love this rosary. I started it a week ago, I believe, so that it will end on Easter. If you want to start a 54-day novena, you still can. You can have it end on Divine Mercy Sunday, I believe, at this point. Or you can just start it now, pray it through Lent, and have it end on some random day. You don't need to have a 54-day novena end on a particular day. Or you can start it and just double up on a few days and still have it end on Easter. I'll link down below the 54-day Rosary Novena PDF that I use. Again, I highly recommend with that PDF that you print it out so that you have it in front of you and you're not watching it on your phone or on your laptop. It's much less distracting if you print it out. I am also doing a Lent devotional. I just ordered it a few days ago, so it's probably going to come after Lent. So I don't have it yet, but that's fine. Again, I'm just going to double up on a few days here and there and it'll be fine. It's called Return, a Guided Lent Journal for Prayer and Meditation by Father John Burns. I ordered it from Ave Maria Press. Highly recommend that you order from the publisher itself so that the Catholic company itself gets the money. Father John Burns, I don't know him very well. I've heard him speak on a couple of internet things, but I've never met him in person. Totally trust him. He's great. So I'm going to be doing that for Lent. I've never done a Lent devotional book like that before. Other things you can do, 33 days consecration to St. Joseph. Awesome. 33 days to morning glory. Awesome. Other Lent devotional, probably great too. Highly recommend that. And you can get probably PDF ebook versions of these as well. They usually have those available to purchase. So you can buy that and just start it today. When you're doing the 54-day novena or you're doing a devotional, please make sure you're journaling every single day. I know that's a lot, but you only have to journal a few lines. Really, journaling is so helpful. It's so helpful, you guys, to be able to go back and look at how you were feeling a year ago. So you've got to make sure you're journaling when you're happy. You've also got to make sure you're journaling when you're sad. It's much easier for me specifically to journal when I am sad as opposed to when I am happy. It makes more sense. You got to make sure you're journaling when you're happy or you're sad. That's why I think these 54-day novenas are good because chances are you're going to have some happy days and some sad days. You can have some happy months, some sad months. So make sure you're journaling to be able to go back, look, see maybe why you were healthy. Maybe your diet was different. Maybe you were going to mass every single day, or maybe during your sad times, you were sad because you were in a bad situation with your roommate or you were in a bad situation with your spouse. I'm also beginning giving up YouTube shorts. That's basically the same thing as reels. They are super addicting. I always feel worse about myself. I don't know what it is with the YouTube shorts algorithm. They send me all this stuff that just makes me feel terrible as a human. So I am done with YouTube Shorts, but I still am going to watch YouTube long form content. Like I said, I'm going to be replacing social media, and I'm going to try and stick to educational YouTube content. Maybe I'll link a few of my favorite YouTubers down below that aren't necessarily Catholic, but I find super fascinating. I just want to say one more thing about Lent. So growing up, I was taught not to do what I gave up for Lent on Sundays. Some of my friends were doing the things, usually when you're children, what you give up for Lent is chocolate and all that stuff. Just quick side note, I gave up pizza once for Lent as a child. That was so hard to give up as a kid. I think I was in high school still, so I was a little bit older. But that was really hard to give up, because what do you eat almost every Friday in Lent when you are in high school? You eat cheese pizza, and I gave up pizza. That was so theoretically dumb, but it was also such a good thing to give up because I couldn't eat pizza. Oh my gosh. So I had to eat eggplant parm or whatever I ate all Lent that year. Anyway, I was taught that you cannot do what you give up for Lent on Sundays. Then when I was in college, we had the Franciscan Sisters of Renewal come and speak right before Lent. And one of the sisters asked me, oh, what are you giving up for Lent? So I said, I'm going to be giving up painting my nails for Lent. And someone said, Catherine doesn't believe that you can do what you gave up for Lent on Sundays. She told me, this was from a sister, I'm not recommending that you do this. I'm recommending that you do your own research to go decide what you want to do and see if this fits for you. She said that I could paint my nails on Sundays in Lent as long as I took the nail polish off by the end of the day. So that way it's an even bigger sacrifice because, oh, it's the solemnity. I am celebrating Sunday by painting my nails, but then I have to take off my nails by the end of the day. So it's a big sacrifice because you only are having your nails done for, whatever that is, 16 hours of the day. I only did it a couple times during Lent on solemnities because it was just kind of annoying to have to keep taking my nails and putting them back on and all that stuff. So do with it what you will. For me personally, I gave up alcohol once for Lent. That was just, it felt dumb to drink on Sundays when I gave up alcohol. Maybe I would have one drink, at most one. It felt kind of silly to do that because you can't undrink the alcohol, whereas I could take off my nails. Last year when I gave up social media, I did go on social media on Sundays just to check things out, and I would try and set a time limit. So if you do want to do that on Sundays, definitely please set a time limit and make it strict and stick with that time limit. I don't think I'm going to do that this year. I don't think I'm going to do the Sundays this year because I really, really just want to block out the noise this Lent. It's just, we're done with the noise. So if you do follow me on Instagram and you find my YouTube videos through my Instagram account, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so that you get a notification every time you get my YouTube video, because I am not going to be posting my YouTube videos on my Instagram during Lent because I'm not going to be on Instagram. With that, please let me know in the comments below, what are you giving up for Lent? I would love to know. I will still be posting YouTube videos during Lent, so don't worry, I will still be on YouTube. But if you could give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss one of my videos, I will really appreciate it. And happy Lent, you guys. Happy Ash Wednesday. I know it's tough. It's not fun. I don't really like Lent, but it feels good, and then it just makes Easter so beautiful. One other thing, I forgot to mention this. One other thing, make sure you're not that girl during Lent that if you give up alcohol, I've done this, where you're constantly like, oh my gosh, I gave up alcohol for Lent. I can't go out with you guys, or I'll go out with you guys, but I'm gonna have a club soda or a Coke or whatever. Like, don't be that girl. I definitely have done that, and it's just not attractive. It just doesn't come off good. It's not a good look. So don't be that girl, and don't be one of those girls, if you find out one of your friends is giving up social media for Lent, being like, I'm not giving up social media for Lent because that's not a big enough sacrifice for me. Don't be that girl. Okay? Or that guy. Don't be that person, but just don't do it. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Happy Lent. I'll see you next time. Bye.